Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Tasneem. I'm the senior manager at 98 percentile in the HR department. And today we did a wonderful drive with XLR. It was amazing right from the very beginning, from the very first day when I got in touch with them till today. I think it was an extremely smooth journey with them. There were multiple follow-ups done by the representatives in order to check that we would be, what time would be coming, how many people would be coming, what vehicle we would get. To that extent, they were so precise in giving all the information to us. It was extremely great to get associated with them and have a drive at XLR campus. So we are very, very happy that we got a chance to do this. Now, coming to the students, what XLR had, I think they were extremely enthusiastic. They were well prepared. They were aware of what they are coming for. I think there was some back-end preparation which they did that was commendable. They also were very confident and they were open to any kind of thing we were asking them to do. That was I think the best part. Now, I really hope we have a very, very fruitful association with each one of them and XLR in future. We are really looking forward to have many more drives like this.
Hi everyone, my name is Prachi Sharma and I'm the Senior Project Manager for IT Department at 90th percentile. So today we were here for this IT bootcamp, right, this technical drive and at XLR. So it was a great experience and I would feel that the students, they are the freshers, right, but it doesn't seem like that. So if I talk about their technical and cognitive ability, they all seems pretty good in that and that's what I felt. And I guess they have been taught pretty well at XLR, so that's how they have performed good in their aptitude and the technical tests. So I wish them all the best and it was a very great experience over here.
Hi, this is Patan, Technology Consulting Manager from 98th percentile. We visited XLR for the campus placement drive and it went very well today. Miss Ambika, Miss Pragati, everyone received us greatly here and we had a lot of enjoyable time here. The students even had great experience with us. They were interactive, they had good aptitude and all the technological skills they showed. I think they were all well and we really appreciate their time that they spared to us and I think we will be doing a great job. We are expecting a lot of people to be hired from them. Let's see. It was a great experience altogether.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
From entering into the cyber tower to exiting out of this tower, the XLR team has been received me with such a care and pleasure.
I am the part of this XLR since 4 months. From the third month itself, they have conducted the placement sessions from the third month itself, and this is the fourth month, and this is the 98th percentile is one of the placement drive I have attended so far, and attending to this drive is such a good experience for me. All the HRs and the team made us feel very comfortable and confident.
Good morning, everyone. Hope all are doing great. So please inform to your friends also to join. So we'll start the session within 5 minutes. Okay. So uh, the test time will extended up to 12 to 1. Okay. It's not 11:30. I'm confirming again that we are going to conduct the exam 12 o'clock, 12 to 1. Okay. Meanwhile, any more questions you can drop me in the chat box. I will try to address it. Okay. Anil, you can't able to check your attendance after completion of this program. We will let you know, okay? Yes, from Monday onwards, we are going to start verbal ability, Ravindra. Okay. We have a grand launch on Monday. Yeah, you can, Surya, you can take up the class, okay?
Okay, Chandana.
Yeah, thank you.
Go faster and you are not catching up with the concept, then let me know through the chat box. We'll adjust accordingly. So let's start with the interest of time. You're able to see my screen? Is in can confirm me? Are you able to see my screen? Okay, great. So today, this week 6 agenda is we are going to learn about nested loops, and then we'll do some pattern printing programs based on the nested loops. So mainly today's agenda is we'll go into the nested loop. We'll discuss about what is nested loop and what are the types available and what is its syntax and how to use it. And then we'll go for coding. So today it's already 10:36, so I'll take the class till 12 o'clock. After that, you will be having one quiz which is conducted by Chandana. So in this 1.5 hour, we'll discuss about this, and if something is pending in today's session, we can forward it to tomorrow's session and we can discuss in tomorrow's session too, because tomorrow's session is also completely in nested loops and advanced pattern printing only. So yeah, so today's agenda is this one, right? Nested loop. Like we got to know, right? In the last week, we discussed about the loops. We discussed about its syntax and some programs. So loop is nothing but it will do some task repeatedly based on the condition. And we got to know like there are three types of loop: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. So what is the meaning of nested loop? Can anyone try it out? What is nested loop? Yes, looping inside loop. Yes, loop inside loop. Great, great response. It's correct. So nested loop is nothing but loop within the loop. So in today's agenda, I'm just rewriting it. We'll go into learn about what is nested loop, types, and we'll go for syntax, and then we'll go for few programs, and then we'll check where it is really using. Okay, so what is nested loop? As you already told that the loop inside loop. In generic way, what we say is if the loop is placed inside another loop, that is called nested loop. If the loop is placed inside another loop, then that is called nested loop, right? And as it is residing or placing inside another loop, it is also called as loop inside loop. It is also called as loop inside loop. Okay. So we got to know, right? If the loop is placed inside another loop, then we can call it as nested loop. So as we are saying, we can through this definition we got to know, right? We'll be having two loops, one loop and one loop outer loop, and in that loop we'll be having another loop. So for example, the syntax will be let's talk about types, and then I'll go with syntax. So what are all the types available? What are the types of loops we discussed in the last week? We discussed about for loop, while loop, and do while loop, right? So similar to that, for each and every loop, we'll be having nested loop. For example, if I'm just writing in this way, I'm not completely writing the syntax. Uh, so this is the for loop. Consider this is the for loop. We are having for loop. So according to the definition, if the loop is placed inside another loop, for example, it is residing inside another loop. So the another loop will be in this way, right? Here the inside loop is this loop. This loop is resides inside another loop, right? So this is called as nested loop, one of the example or one of the type of the loop, nested loop. So the one which is inside is called as inner loop. Okay, which is inside it is called as inner loop. And the one which is contains another loop is called as outer loop or parent loop. This is the parent loop, this is the child loop. And other terminologies, this is outer loop because it is outside, and this is residing inside, so it will be called as inner loop. Okay. So similar to that, for each and every type, for loop, while loop, do while loop, we'll be having nested loops. So let's talk about syntax. We got to know, right, how many types are there. So we'll discuss about syntax deeply. First, we'll go with nested for loop. So what is the for loop syntax? We have to use the for keyword, and then within the braces we need to do initialization, semicolon, and then we have to write the condition, semicolon, and then incrementation or decrementation, right? And within the loop we'll be having some statements which should be repeatedly performed or execute, right? This is the syntax for loop. So what will be the syntax for nested loop? We need to place this loop inside another loop, right? So for that case, just take, or else here itself I'll draw. See, the syntax of for loop is same, but in nested loop we'll be having more like the loop will be inside another loop. Here this is the inner loop and the outside one is outer loop. Got it? This is the syntax understood or any doubts? It's easy. We are just keeping two for loops. That's it. Is it clear? Okay, I could see only one yes. Okay, great. So for loop, we understood the syntax, right? What will be the syntax for while loop, nested while loop? Tell me what is the while loop syntax? We already discussed in the last week. So if you tell me, I'll write it here. Just type it in the chat box and put it there. What is the, just provide the syntax of while loop. Yes, good. Good Vaibhav and Aman, good response. So in for while loop, what is our syntax? First we'll initialize and then we'll be having while and then condition here. And within the braces, we'll write the statements. And then we'll be having incrementation or decrementation. Yes. So good response, everyone. So this is the for, while loop syntax. So what is nested while loop? If the while loop is resides inside another while loop, then it is called as nested while loop, right? So we have to keep one more while loop inside it. Got it? This is why. So for better understanding, I'm removing this initialization and incrementation as you already know. Okay. We have while loop. This is the syntax. So this while loop is resides inside of this outer loop, outer while loop. So this is the syntax for nested while loop because the while loop is resides inside another while loop. So next, the next type is nested do while loop. What is the syntax of do while loop? We'll initialize and then we have to use do keyword and it will be run at least once. And after that, here we'll be having statements. And after that, we'll be having while condition here ended with semicolon, right? This is the syntax of do while loop. So what is nested do while loop? If do while loop is resides inside another do while loop, then it is called as nested do while loop. So I'm writing the same thing, but I'm keeping it inside of this do. Got it? We have do while loop here. It is inner loop because it is resides inside another do while loop, another parent loop, right? So this is the syntax for nested do while loop. Are you clear with this nested loop use, I mean, definition and types and the syntax? Is it clear? If you are clear with the loop syntaxes, I mean, which we discussed in the last week, it will be very easy because we are repeating the same thing, but we are keeping it twice, inner side and outer side. Is it clear, everyone? I need more responses. We have total 52 participants. I'm getting few responses only. Okay, great. So here we just wrote only two loops, right? I called it as inner loop and I called it as outer loop. But we can write as many loops we can. For example, inside this for also we can write one more loop. Got it? And inside for loop we can write another for loop. We can write as many loops as possible. Like there is no fixed size. We can write many loops inside, inside another loop. But the thing is, we need to make sure that we have to maintain maximum two loops only because for readability, if you are keeping or using many loops, like loops within loop, loop within loop, so if the like if we are maintaining many loops, it will be difficult to understand the code. It will be difficult to debug the code as well. So for the reusability or for maintain the coding standards, mostly we'll use two for loops. In worst case, we can use another for loop, like three loops. That's it. So there is no fixed size. We can write as many loops as possible. Yeah, Vaibhav, I'll come to that point. I wrote it right. After learning syntax and then few programs, I'll tell you where it is really using. I mean the usage. So there is no fixed size. We can write as many loops as possible. But as per coding standard, to maintain the readability, because if someone is comes up and see your code, they shouldn't confuse, right? Hey, why these guys have wrote many loops, why don't they keep it in smaller chunks? So it's always better, it should be very readable. If you are writing the program, if someone is comes up and see your program, they could also understand your program. It should be very easy to understandable and readable. So to maintain that, it's better to use two for loops. In worst case, you can use three loops. That's it. Sure, Satvika, give me a minute. Yeah, this is the one. Any doubts, Satvika? In do while, in nested do while loop? Okay, great. So we discussed about what is nested loop, what are all the types available, and we learn the syntax. And we, as per the coding standard, we got to know like it's better to maintain two loops. But in worst case, if nothing is possible, then go for three loops. Okay. So till now we placed or discussed about nested for loop, nested while loop, like the while loop inside another while loop, the for loop inside another for loop, the do while loop inside another do while loop. But there is no particular condition that you have to use same loops within same loop, like do while inside do while, for while inside while. There is no criteria, there is no condition like that. So you can use hybrid nested loop too, which is called as hybrid nested loop. Hybrid is nothing but you can keep for loop in, if like you can keep any loop inside of another loop. For example, if you have for, we can use while loop here, and inside while you can use another for loop maybe, and inside that you can use nested sorry, do while loop. So there is no particular condition that we need to use for inside for, while inside while. We can use any type of loop inside the sorry, inside another loop. Got it? We can use do while loop also here. Do and then what? Okay. We can use any loop inside any other loop. So there is no criteria. Okay. These are all the types: nested for loop, nested while loop, nested do while loop, and hybrid nested loop. Hybrid is nothing but we can keep any type of loop inside inside of any other loop. So among these loops, we mostly use for loop. Mostly use for loop only because it will be useful for array, iteration of arrays, matrices, and the different things. As we are coding, you can got to know like why mostly we are using for nested for loop only. Okay. So for any doubts, folks, or can we go ahead and try with a few programs? No doubts. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Why today is very silent? Like I'm not getting that many responses. Only 2 responses. What about others? Okay, great, great. Thank you for the confirmation. So now we'll uh, discuss about programs mainly. So first we'll go with the basic programs and then we'll go for patterns. And tomorrow also the session will be same. We are going to learn and do the coding on advanced pattern painting. So today we'll complete the programs as much as possible, as many as possible. Okay. The first program is, I want to give it very simple program, and mostly for all these programs we are using nested for loop only because it's the most useful loop, and in real time scenario also we use nested for loop only most of the cases. So for example, I want to give you the output. First I'll give you the input. Input is 10 or 5. My output should look like 1 1 1 2 1 3 2 1 2 2 2 3 3 1 3 2 3 3 4 1 4 2 4 3, and then 5 1 5 2 5 3. So see the pattern of the output so that we can use the nested loop. So the first thing is we are taking the input 5. So if you see or analyze the output pattern, so here in the first row, sorry, first column, the 1 is incrementing. First it was 1, and then it is 2, and then it became 3, and then 4, and then 5. So it is incrementing, right? So incrementing from 1 to 5. So what is the best loop to use? If we know the base condition and the initialization, it's better to use for loop. Yes, for loop. So here I'll use for loop. Okay. I got to know like, okay, I should start from 1 and then it should go till 5. So till 5 means less than or equals to I'm using because till 5, not 4. So, and then it is keep on incrementing here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, ma'am, we learn core Java, which organization we use. Sarang will discuss that in the break session. Now we'll focus on this instead. So, we got to know like we have to start from 1 and we have to end up till 5. So we initialized with 1 and we are checking the condition like it is less than or equals to 5. As it is incrementing, we are just keeping I plus plus here. Okay, then fine. This loop was fine. So here if you see this, here the 1. For each value, it is printing 1, 2, 3. See here, for 1, it is printing 1, 2, 3, and then going for 2. For 2, if it is printing 1, 2, 3, then it is going 3. So 1, 2, 3. So what is the base condition here? It is also incrementing from 1 to 3. 1, 2, 3. So it is incrementing. So what is the base condition? What should be my initialization? My initialization should be 1. And it should go till 3. Yes. So I'll place here. For int, I'm taking another variable because I already taken I variable here. So j equals to 1 and the base condition, sorry, the condition will be it should iterate till 3. Till 3 so that the condition should be j less than or equals to 3. And then as it is incrementing, I'm just putting j plus plus here. Right? Did you got to know why I am using 2 loops? One loop is for printing this column and the second is for printing this one. 1, 2, 3. Right? Okay. Great. So what should we have to print? System.out.println. What we have to print? We have to print on each line, we have to print I value and then j value. I value, j value. So I'll keep here between I and j, there should be space. So is it clear this snippet, or do you want me to do the dry run? Or let's do the dry, as it is the basic program, we'll do the dry run for only 2 iterations, then we'll go ahead. Okay. So for the first iteration 1, what will happen? It will go for loop and it will initialize I equals to 1 and it will check the condition. Is 1 less than or equals to 5? Yes, it is true. So what it will do, it will go inside another for loop. I mean, go inside that loop. So it will comes into this loop. So here what we have initialized, we have for loop, we initialize j with 1 and we have the base condition like is j less than or equals to 3. Is 1 less than or equals to 3? Yes, it is true. So it will go inside this loop. So what it will print? It will print I value and then j value. What is our I value now? I value is 1. And what is our j value? J value is also 1. Okay, so I'll write output in this. Okay, and then as it is println, it will print and then it will comes to the next line. So in the iteration 2, sorry, in the same thing, as we have this inside for loop, we just increment this base condition is true and we came to this inside this loop and we printed this. After that, it will go and increment j value, right? It will go and increment j value. What will be my j now? J is 2 because previously it's 1, we are incrementing 2 plus 1, so it will be 2. Is 2 less than or equals to 3? Yes, it is less than, so it will be true. So then it will go inside this for loop and it will print I value and j value. What is my I value? I value is 1, same. And what is my j value? J is 2 now. So it will print 1 and 2 and then it will comes to next line. Now what will be, as it completed the statements, it will increment j value. what will be my j value now? J will be 3. So is 3 less than or equals to 3? Yes, it is it is equals to 3. So it is true. So it has to come inside this loop. So what we have here, we have a println statement. So what it will print? It will print I value. What is our I value? 1. And then what is our j value? 3. So 1 and 3 will be printed and will enter into new line. So in the fourth iteration, what will be my j value? J will be incremented. So j equals to 4. So and then it will check the condition if 4 less than or equals to 3. No, it is not less than and it is not equal. So it is false. So it will come out of this loop, right? As it is comes out of this loop, the I will be incremented because all these are statements in statements of the outer for loop, right? So as these statements are executed, it will go and increment I value. In the iteration 2, what will be my I value? I will be incremented to 2. So and then it will check is 2 less than or equals to 5. Yes, it is less than. So it will print true. So again, it will go and check. What will be my j value now? J will be 1 and we'll check the condition is 1 less than or equals to 3. Yes, it is true. So it will print, it will comes into this statement and it will print I and j. What is my I value now? I became 2. So 2 and what is my j value? J will be 1. So 2 and 1. Same thing, it will iterate till j equals to 4. The same process. I'm just writing. So j will be 2 in the next time. So 2 less than or equals to 3. So it will print 2, I and j, which is 2 and 2. And in this next, it will increment j value. J will be 3 now. 3 less than or equals to 3. Yes, 3 is equals to 3. So it will be true and it will print I and j value. Then j will be 4, but 4 is not less than or equals to 3. The statement will be false. So it will comes out of this for loop and it will increment I to 3. In the iteration 3, the I will be 3. Okay, this is how the flows go. Is it clear everyone with the dry run? I just did 2 iterations. The same thing will happen for remaining iterations. Is it clear? Okay, fine. So let's directly take this statement and I will try it out in the Eclipse. So I'm creating one class. I'm naming it as demo nested loop. And I need main. And then I clicked on finish and it was created. Okay, so I'm just copy pasting the same whatever we have written here. And then I saved it and then I'm running it. Run as Java. Okay. See the output 1 1 1 2 1 3 2 1 2 2 2 3 same thing. The output is what we got the output what we have expected. So is it clear everyone? This basic example. This is the very basic example. So tell me, I want to iterate outer loop with 10 times and inner loop with 5 times. What should I have to change? Outer loop with 10 times. I'll write it here. Outer loop should be 10 times. It should run 10 times. And inner loop should run 5 times. What should be, what we have to change here? Yes, I less than or equal. Yes, I and j values, the space condition we have to change. So I'll change it to 10 and here I'll change it to 5. So I copied and I saved it and I'm running it. So you could see the I is iterating till 10 and j is iterating till 5. Yes, great. So, in the last class, we didn't cover prime numbers, right? We'll discuss in today's class as well. We can discuss it now. So, this is the basic example. Let's go deeper into the, ma'am, in SOP, can't we write like I comma j? We can write I comma j won't be possible because comma won't allow, right? Comma won't allow, Satvika. We need to provide plus symbol in Java. So, but if we give plus also, it will be added. So it can give like, I'm just based on the output. So if you see my output here, what I ask you to print 1 and then space and then 1. Between I and j value, I need the space. So that's why I wrote space here. Got it? I and j. Between it, we have to print the space. Did you get it, Satvika? Yeah, great. So now we'll discuss more into the medium level programs maybe. First, we'll discuss about prime number. In the last class, we didn't cover it out. So we'll cover it in today's class. Prime number. What is prime number? Can anyone tell me what is prime number? What are all the prime numbers available? Give me any prime number. Yeah, divisible by 1 and itself. Yeah, 3 will be prime number 5. Yes, yes. Great, great. So what is prime number? The number should be divisible by 1 and by itself only. Right? The number should be divisible by 1 and itself only. It shouldn't divisible by any other numbers. Let's take 5. So how we will check? First, we need to check, is 5 divisible by 1 or not? Yes, it is divisible by 1. So I'm just giving writing the reminder here. So after that, we have to check with 2. Is 5 divisible by 2? No. The remainder will be 1 here. And then is 5 divisible by 3? No, it is not 0. The remainder will be 2 here. And then is 5 divisible by 4? No, it is not completely divisible. The remainder will be 1 here. And is 5 divisible by 5? Yes, it is divisible and the remainder will be 0. So if you see here, what is happening? We are like what we have take, like we are checking the input is divisible by 1 and itself. If it is divisible by any other number, we should explore nested value. We can Satvika, for nested value and do while loop, we can give the example, but mostly we are using for loops only, like nested for loop only we are using, not nested while and do while loop. So that's why I didn't give the example, but you can take the similar input and output for the same problem statement itself. You can write the nested while and do while. Try it out, and if you're stuck on anywhere, let me know through the chat box. We'll fix it. Yeah, great. So in the prime number, we have, for example, let's take one more number and let's check. I'm taking 4. So what we have to do? We have to check with 1. Yes, it is divisible. And with 2, yes, it is also divisible. The remainder will be 0. But with 3, it is not divisible. The remainder will be 1. And 4, with 4, yes, it is divisible and the remainder will be 0. So if you see this on each and for each and every input, we are checking from 1 to till that number. See here, the input is 5. So from which number to which number we are checking? The base condition is 1. From 1 to till that number, right? if you see the input is 4 here, so we are the base condition is 1 and we are iterating till 3. We are checking till 4. Sorry, I mean till that number, right? So and coming to this, the first one, the input is same. I mean 5, it's only 5, it is not incrementing or decrementing. It is same, it is fixed. But the second thing is it is changing. The second number is changing from 1 to till that input, right? So what we have to do here, what as we know the base condition and the sorry base initialization and condition, which loop is better to use here? Yes, for loop. So I'm using. So you tell me what should be my initial value from which to which I have to iterate. Yes, 1 to n. 1 to n, I have to iterate. And each time this value is incrementing, so I'm using incrementation here. So inside it, what should we have to check? On each step, what we are checking whether it is divisible or not, right? So we have to check that condition. So I'm using if condition. I'm checking whether the given number is divisible by that number or not. If it is divisible completely and if the remainder is 0, what I'll do, I'll just take one variable, which is count variable maybe. I'll initialize it with count equals to 0 at first, and then I'll increment it. So at last, what should we have to do? For example, if we take 5, if it is divisible by only 1 and 5, the count will be 2, right? See, the zeros were appeared 2 times here. Here the 0 was appeared 3 times. So it is not prime number. If the zeros are appeared 2 times, then only it will be prime number. So at last, after this for loop, I mean after doing this mathematical thing, I'll check whether my count is equals to 2 or not. Right? If it is equals to 2, it is a prime number. So I'll print it is a prime. Right? Or else I'll print not a prime. Got it, everyone? Why we are using count and why we are checking only with the 2? Any doubts? We need to check the given number is divisible by 1 and itself. For that case, we need to check iterate over from 1 to till that input number. So I wrote the for loop and the base condition is from 1 to n, and we are checking whether that number is divisible or not. Why we use count num? Yes, good question, Sushma. So tell me, here we got to know, right, the prime number definition. So the number should be divisible by 1 and itself only. So here, if you see the for 5 input 5, how many times that 0 is appearing? Like how many numbers are completely divisible? How many zeros are appear? Yes. So as it is 0, like we can say, right, it is divisible by 1 and it is divisible by 5. So the count is 2 here. So it is prime. Okay. How many numbers are coming for 4 input? How many zeros? Sorry. How many zeros are coming? How many times it is completely divisible? Yes, 3. So if it is 3, it is not divisible, right? It should be divisible. But if it is a prime number, it should only divisible by 1 and itself. But if you see this, it is also divisible by 2. Right? If it is also divisible, then it is not a prime number. So for that case, I am checking. Or else, let me take one more example. Let me take 6. 6 modulus. So it will be 0. It is 6 modulus 2. I mean 6 is divisible by 2, right? So it will the remainder will be 0. Same thing, 6 is divisible by 3, the remainder will be 0. 6 is not divisible by 4, the remainder will be 2 here. 6 is not divisible by 5, the remainder will be 1 here. 6 is divisible by 6 itself. So how many times this 0 appeared, Sushma? For 0, sorry, for 6? 4 times. Oh, so tell me, is 6 is prime number or not? Not a prime. Okay. How you confirmed it? Yeah, good. It's not a prime. But how can you confirm it is not a prime, Sushma? Yes, count will be more than 2. Yes. So the count is 4 here, so it is not a prime number. So only if it is divisible by 1 and 5, the remainder will get 0 only 2 times if it is prime. So that's why I'm taking count variable and then I'm incrementing it whenever this if it is divisible. So after it, after doing the iteration, I'm checking whether that count is 2 or not. If it is 2, it will be prime or else not a prime. Is it clear, Sushma? It is divisible by 1 and itself and remaining numbers also known. So it is not a prime. Yeah, great. Good, good. Okay, great. So we understood, right, this program. Let's do it in Eclipse and then we'll go with the next one. I'm copy pasting the same thing. I didn't initialize properly. And I'm giving n as 6 now. Okay. So as we give 6, what should it has to print? It is not a prime. So it should print not a prime. So I saved it. Let's run it. So we are getting the output as not a prime, right? Here in the console, not a prime. Great. We'll check with any other prime number. I'm checking for 7. I saved it and then I'm running it. Now it should print prime. Yes, 7 is prime number and it's printing it. Okay, is it clear, everyone, this piece of code? Okay. Okay, great. So now we'll do some extra thing to this program. For example, if I give 10, it should print, if the input is 10, it should print all the prime numbers. Can we take user? Yeah, we can take the user input, Viber. For avoiding the conflicts and confusion, I just give NS7 here. You can use the scanner class and you can take it from the user. So the we are adding some extra things to this program. So if I give input as 10, it should print all the prime numbers within that range. So is 1 prime number? No, it is divisible by only 1. The count is not 2. So 2 is prime number. So 3 is prime number, 5 and then 7. That's it, right? So what are all the prime? These are the prime numbers within the range 10, right? So I'll take one more input here. Tell me if I give input as 15, what are all the prime numbers within 15? What are all the prime numbers within 15? Yes, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. Good, good, Sushma. No, I gave only 15, right, Mahesh? You are exceeding that value. You are giving 17 and 19. I'm just giving within the range. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So the output should be 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and then 13, right? Great. So here what we are doing, we are giving some input and we are checking all the prime numbers within that range. So for example, let's take simple input and we'll try that. let's take simple input as 4, and then what will be the output? What should be the output? 2 and 3, right? Yes. So let's do some analysis. So if it is 4, first we have to check for each and every number in that range. So it should go from 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Yes. For each and every number, we need to check whether it is prime or not. We will check for 1 modulus 1 here. It is not a prime because the count is not 2. And then here we have to check for 2. We have to check for 2 modulus 1 and 2 modulus 2, right? From 1 to till that number. So the count will be 2 here. It is prime. And for 3, what should we have to check? We have to check from 1 to 3. I mean till 3. 3 modulus 1, and then we have to check 3 modulus 2, and then we have to check 3 modulus 3. Here the count will be 2 only, so it will also be prime. And we will check for 4. How to check for 4? We have to check till 1, sorry, from 1 to till 4. 4 modulus 2, and then 4 modulus 3, and then 4 modulus 4. So as it is also divisible by 2, it is not a prime. Right? This is how we need to check. We got to know, right? We have to take the input. Okay, we will take it from scanner or we'll directly initialize it. That is not main concern. So after that, we need to print the prime numbers within that range. For that case, we need to check each and every number within that range. So each and every number is the base condition, the base initialization should come from 1 till that input. So what should be the best loop to use here? As you know, the initialization. Yeah, use for nested loop. Exactly. First we'll go for this one, this 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So here I'm using, as it is incrementing and starting from 1, 2 till 4, I'm initializing with int I equals to 1, and then it should go till that number. So I'm giving it as n, and then I plus plus. Okay. This part we understood because it is incrementing starting from 1 to input number, and it is incrementing. So we use the for loop. So here for each and every number, what we have to do, we have to check whether it is divisible from 1 to till that input. For example, if it is 1, only we are checking for 1. If it is 2, we have to check from 1 to till that number, that 2. If it is 3, we have to check from 1 till that number. And for 4, from 1 to till that number. So what will be my case here? Can anyone tell me? What should I have to write in this inside inner loop? Yeah, it is 1 to tell I value. Did everyone understood the inner loop? Why we are using j less than or equals to I? Is it clear, everyone? Okay, great. So here what we have to check? For previous program, the n value is fixed. So just we give n modulus I. So now the n is not fixed. It is go on and it is continuously modifying, dynamically modifying. First it is 1 and then 2, 3, 4. So it is nothing but I value, right? It is nothing but I value. If you see here. So I'm giving I modulus j equals to 0 or not. If it is 0, what I have to do? I have to increment the count value, right? So after this loop, we know that if it is prime number, the count should be 2. Then I'll print that value. I'll print the I value. Got it? Till now, any doubts? Something we need to modify in this code, I'll tell you. But till so far, any doubts in this code snippet where we are using a nested loop, And why this condition? Okay, great. Initially. So here, if you see this, let's do the dry run. We need to add some more code to it, but before telling that, I want to do the dry run so that you can understood why we need to do some extra thing here. For example, for the first iteration, what will be my I value? I will be 1. Yes. For example, let's take n as 4 here. So I is 1. Is 1 less than or equals to 4? Yes, it is true. Then it will comes inside loop. So j equals to 1. Is j less than or equals to I, which is nothing but 1 less than or equals to 1? Yes, it is true. So then it will comes into this statements. So here we are checking if 1 modulus 1 equals to 0, right? Here what we are checking, 1 modulus 1 equals to 0. It is equals to 0. So the count will be, first I'll initialize count with 0. So what will be my count value now? As it is divisible by 0, the count will be 1, right? So, and again the j will be 2 now. J will be incremented. So is 2 less than or equals to 1? No, 2 is not less than 1 and 2 is not equals to 1. So it will comes out of the for loop and it will check this condition. So what is my count now? Count is 1. So 1 equals to 2? No, it is not equals to 2. So it will go and increment I value. Okay. What will be my I value now? In the second iteration, I will be 2, right? And then what it will check? It will check the condition. Is 2 less than or equals to n? Is 2 less than or equals to 4? Yes, it is true. So it will go inside this loop. It will go inside this loop and execute these statements. So here, what will be my j value? J will be 1. And is 1 less than or equals to, what is I value? 2. So is I 1 less than or equals to 2? Yes, it is true. So it will come inside the this for loop and it will check the if condition. So what's my if condition now? Is 2 modulus 1 equals to 0 or no? Is 2 modulus 1 equals to 0? Yes, it is equals to 0. So previously the count was 1. If we are incrementing, what should be our count? The count will be 2 now. Got it? So again, it will go and increment j value. My j will be 2 now. So is 2 less than or equals to 2? Yes, it is equals to 2. So it will go inside the loop and it will check whether 2 modulus 2 equals to 0. So it will, so as it is, reminder is 0, it will increment the count. The count will be 3 now. So after that, j will be incremented to 3, but 3 is not less than or equals to 2. So it will comes out of this for loop. And then it will check this condition. So here, what's our condition? The count should be equals to 2, then only it's a prime. But here, what's our count? The count is 3. Is 3 equals to 2? No, it is not equals to 2. Exam will be at 12 Saish. So the count will be 3. So is count 3 is equals to 2? No, it is not equal. So it won't print here. So but what should be our output? The 2 is prime number. It should print 2. So if you see that the count is incrementing, it's not reinitializing. Here the count should be 1. And again, we have to initialize count with 0, then the count should be 2 here. And again, we need to initialize count with 0 on iterations, the count should be 2 here. So on each and every step, for each and every number, we need to reinitialize count with 0. Got it? Here, for each and every number, we need to initialize count with 0. Did you get it? Why we are using count equals to 0 here? Any doubts? Is it clear, everyone? I could see only one response. Okay, great. So, okay, great. So let's try it out in Eclipse and we'll check. I'm creating a new class. Prime numbers in range I'm giving. I need the main class, so I clicked on finish and I'll copy this snippet here, this code. I'll format this. Yeah. So I copied the same code which we have written in a notepad and I'm printing it. So here I gave 4, but Viber you asked, right? Can we take the input from user? So I'm using a scanner class to take that input for this case. So can we initialize count only once in for loop? Yes, I initialized with 0 here. We can initialize here as well, but as we are checking here and it is inside outside loop, we can initialize here as well. So I saved it and I'm printing it. So what I have to give, I'm just giving 10 now. So it's printing all the prime numbers within that range. See here 2, 3, 5, 7, right? So tell me any other number, I'll give it here and we'll check for that. 11. Okay, great. So I gave 11. So it's printing 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. It's giving correct input. 0, 0 won't be possible, right? Like it won't print anything for 0 because here the condition itself wrong because 1 is not less than or equals to 0. Got it, Pranjali? It won't print. You can give the input as 0, but it won't print anything. That's it. 30. Okay. Yeah, it's printing all the prime numbers within the range of 30. Yeah. Is it clear, everyone? This prime numbers, how to print the prime numbers and how to print the prime numbers within the range. Okay, great. Zoom out. Okay. Is it okay, Satvika? I already increased the font size in the last session. Print prime numbers from 10 to 30. Yes, we can do that. So here, if I give the okay, still you can't see the whole program. Okay. Can you see the whole program, Satvika? No? Okay, great. So yes, Pranjali, and I'll add that to this input. So here I gave 4. So I'm checking from 1 to till 4, right? If I give the input as 4, we are checking from 1 to 4. So for that case only here we initialize with 1 till 4. So what will be my case if I want to check prime numbers within the range of 10 to 30 or else 10 to 20? What are all the prime numbers within this range? 11, 13, 17, and then 19, right? So what I have to modify in this code snippet? What should we have to modify? Yes, we have to change the value of I. So the initialization should be come from the initial value which you want to check. I'll take initial value here from the user. I'll give it as start and I'll give ns and okay, let's check this. See here it's giving the output within the range of 10 to 20. Okay. You need to just change this uh, initial value and till that range. That's it, Pranjali. Okay, is it clear, everyone? So far, any doubts? Please show the code. Yes, yes. This is the code. If you want, I'll paste it in the chat box. Yeah, I pasted it in the chat box. Okay. So after this, I want to give you one task for today. So try, as we have another class tomorrow, try today. Without help of J, we can print numbers. No, we have to check, right? Without J, how can we do that? For each and every number, we need to check whether it is divisible with from 1 to till that number, right? Did you get it, Mahesh? Okay, great. So I want to give you one task today. So you can try it in your home and try to do that and come to tomorrow's class. If you didn't get the output or if you're stuck on anywhere, we'll code it in tomorrow class too. The thing is, we need to print Fibonacci series. Do you know what is Fibonacci series? The first two numbers of the Fibonacci series are always 0 and 1. So what will be my third value? Third value is nothing but sum of two previous numbers. Sum of two previous numbers. So what will be my third value now? 0 plus 1, 1. We'll discuss that in the break session, Alekya. So I'll complete the problem statement now, then we'll discuss that. So the Fibonacci series is 0 and 1, and the third value is sum of two previous numbers. So 0 plus 1, 1. So what will be my next value now? the sum of these two previous numbers. 1 plus 1, 2. And the next 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 3, 8 plus 5, 13. And so on. Okay. This is the Fibonacci series. So I want you to print, if I give you the input, for example, if I give you the input as 15, you have to print Fibonacci series within that range till 15. Got it? The output should be this one. And if I give input as 2, what should it has to print? Sorry, 0, 1, 1, 2. No, not two numbers, which is less than. Or else you can take that as well. You're saying, right, the first 5 prime. If I give first, 5. Yeah, okay, let's simplify the problem statement. Yeah. If I give 5, it should print first 5 Fibonacci series 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. If I give 2, the first 2 Fibonacci series. And then if I give input as 1, it has to print 0 only. Okay, did you get the problem statement, everyone? Or any doubts? You have to take the input and you need to print those many number of numbers which are in the Fibonacci series. Yes, do this in your home, and we'll discuss this tomorrow if you stuck on anywhere. I pasted it in the chat box. So we have time till 12 only. After that, you are having a quiz. So let's not discuss further. So let's recap of today's session. Today we discussed about nested loops. Nested loops are nothing but the loops which inside another loop. And we got to know types of nested loop. We have nested for loop, nested while loop, nested do while loop, and there is hybrid loop. Hybrid is nothing but you can keep any loop inside of any other loop. And we learn the syntax. And then this break and continue we can discuss in tomorrow's class. And after that we did few programs. That's it. So I told you, right, where we really use this loops. So it mostly useful in what you say, matrices, and to if there is repetitive task in, if we need to do the repetitive task within some range, then we need to use the nested loops. But in real time, if you ask me, do you know the matrices? Matrices nothing but 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, and then 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. This is how the matrix looks like. Do you know? So to iterate over matrices or to iterate over arrays, we have to use nested loops only. In or else I can take, like in games, like in phones, we'll be having many games, right? So if you have, we will be having Sudoku game or chess game, which is of which contains rows and column boxes. Chess game. I'll take chessboard. Yeah, see, in phone also we play chessboard, right? So if you take the chessboard, it is nothing but matrix, square matrix. See here, these are all rows and these are all columns. So to iterate over matrices kind of things, example gaming, or in photos, if you see clearly, photo is nothing but combination of pixels, and each pixel will be a matrix. So to image processing and to do the game or else gaming. And in games also, if you complete one task, it will go inside another task, like the next level, right? It will be also for loop only, like the loop inside loop, the nested loops only we are using. Got it? Where we are using maybe where we can use the for loops, I mean nested loops, mostly matrices, and then array to iterate over arrays, and then image processing, because in image each and everything is a pixel, and each pixel will be a contains rows and columns, which is nothing but matrix format only. And then in gaming, so all these ways, I mean in these scenarios we can use nested loops. Okay. So today, so far we discussed this, and we discussed a few programs only. So you try it out this Fibonacci series, and we'll discuss tomorrow as well if you're stuck on anywhere. And tomorrow we completely discuss about pattern printing, like pattern printing with stars, and then pattern printing with numbers. Okay, like you all, I think most of you know printing in this way, star, right? So we'll do the pattern printing from basic to advanced. Yeah, that's it. Tomorrow's session is completely with coding only, advanced pattern printing only. So, any doubts in today's class? Any doubts? Is it clear? Okay, great. So you can take the break. You'll be having a quiz from 12 to 1. So you can take the 5 minutes break, and that meantime, I'll address few queries someone asked, right, Alikya? You can take the a 5 minutes break. So Alikya, you asked, ma'am, reverse a string in Java. Is this coding question is easy or moderate or hard? I'm having technical face-to-face interview. Some of my friends ask a reverse string code to write while interview. Yeah, it will be easy only, Alikya. Like reversing a string, it will comes under easy only. It's not moderate or hard. It will be easy. So most of the interviews asked, and we are gonna, I mean, we're gonna discuss this in next further sessions. We have separate session for strings. We'll discuss about strings, string immutability, string buffer, string builder, and all the programs that are related to strings. So no need to worry. Okay, Vishal, I'll explain that. Give me 2 minutes. And is it clear, Alekia? It will comes under easy program only, and no need to worry. We'll discuss in further sessions. We have explicit session for strings. And someone asked something else. Someone asked about project something, right? Can you retype the question? I couldn't see the question in this chat box. There are many questions to overflow. Yes, ma'am, I'm having an interview. Something. Okay. Reverse string is very easy. You can, I mean, it's not today's agenda, but if you want, I'll tell you just briefly. It's nothing but it's a easy thing. You just take the string as input, and as you are you need to print the reverse. Just iterate the loop from last to first. Got it? String dot length, we have an option, inbuilt option, string dot length. It will take from last index till 1. So, and you can print that character. If you want to print the char, I mean char inside that string, so you can use char at inbuilt function, which is nothing but char at. You can use this function, Alekia, and iterate from string dot length to till 0. String dot length -1 to till 0. Got it? Okay, Vishal, and for your question, n equals to 4, this one you're asking or within the range you're asking? Is it the one you're asking, Vishal? Why 4 is not a prime? Can you confirm me, Vishal? Not that one. Okay. Then this one within the range. Is it the one, Vishal? Before Stephanosis is. Yeah, this is the only one, right? If you give n as 4, we need to print the prime numbers within that range, which are nothing but 2 and 3 are the prime numbers. Or else, this is what you are asking. If we give input as 4, we have to iterate from 1 to till that number, and we need to print all the prime numbers within that range, within that 4 or else. So 1 is not a prime, so 2 is prime, and then 3 is prime, 4 is not prime. So I'll print 2 and 3. So is it the one you are asking, or this is the one? This is the extra thing we have added to this program. Can you n equals to 4? 1 to 4, ma'am. Yeah, this one. Good. Great. So if you see here, I explain. If we please explain, ma'am. Sure, sure, Vishal. So if I take so if I have to take the input and then I have to print the prime numbers within that range. Within that range means uh, uh from 1 to till that number we need to check. So 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, if the input is 5, what we need to check from 1 to 5 numbers we need to check. And we need to print all the prime numbers within that range. If we give the input as 5, what are the prime numbers available within this range? 2. You tell me what are all the prime numbers within 5? What should be the output? 1 is not a prime number. 1 is not a prime number. 2, 3, and 5. Yes, Vishal. 2, 3, 4, 5. So on each case, what we are checking? What we need to check? We need to iterate from 1 to till that number because we need to print all the prime numbers within that range. So we need to iterate from 1 to 5. So we use one loop. So I am iterating from 1 till that input. Is it clear? This outer loop clear? Okay. Then what we have to check? So for each and every number, we need to check whether it is divisible by 1 and itself. I mean, whether it is prime or not. How to check whether it is prime or not? We need to, for example, if we want to check whether 4 is prime or not, how we will check? We need to check, we need to check all the divisibilities. We need to check whether it is divisible by 2, whether it is divisible by 3, whether it is divisible by 4, right? We need to check all the possible cases from 1 to till that number we need to check. Okay. So is 4 divisible by 1? Is 4 divisible by 1? Okay, yes. So the remainder is 0. 4 is divisible by 2. Is it yes or no? Yes. So the remainder will be 0. Is 4 divisible by 3? No. So the remainder is 1. I'm just writing it as no for your best Understand. Is 4 divisible by 4? Yes. So how many factors for 4? 1, 2, 4. All these are divisible by 4. Sorry, 4 is divisible by all these factors 1, 2, 4. So is it 4 prime number? Is it? Yes, it is not a prime number because it is all along with 1 and itself, it is also divisible by 2. So it is not a prime number. So how to check for 3? You tell me. We need to go from 1 and then 2 and then 3, right? And then we need to check. So it is divisible by 1 and it is not divisible by 2. It is divisible by 3. So is 3 prime or not? Is 3 prime or no? Yes, it is a prime. So how we are checking for each and every number? We are iterating from 1 till that number, right? Till that number. So for example, for 3, we are iterating from 1 till that number 3. So then we are checking whether that count is 2 or not. If it is count 2, then it is a prime number, right? So for the same thing, so we need to iterate from 1 to till that number. Till that number. Why we are using I here? Because we need to check for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For all these numbers, we need to check. So first, if it is 1, 1 modulus 1 only, we will check. There is nothing else. So for 2, we need to check from 1 to till that number. If it is I is 2, so we have to check till 2. If I is 3, we have to check from 1 to till 3. If I is 4, we have to check from 1 till 4, right? So for that case only, we have um, provided the condition is j less than or equals to I. Is it clear? Yes, okay. So, and then what we have to check? We need to check whether it is divisible by 0. If it is divisible by 0, we'll increment the count. And at last, we'll check the count is equals to 2. If it is 2, then I'll print that number because it is a prime. Right? Did you understand it or any doubts, Vishal? For printing, for going through each and every number, we are using outer loop. And inside, then, yes, ma'am, understood. Thank you. No problem. So inside loop is for iterating from 1 to till that number. And then we are checking the count and we are printing respectively. Okay. Yes, Satvika, we can do that to avoid the conflicts and the confusion. I just gave this, and we have optimizer solution too. We can check the condition till root n square root of n, but that is very. I mean, it won't be possible to explain within this time. So you can check it out. It's the best optimization. We can check till square root of n. Yeah, thank you everyone, and let's um meet tomorrow and take a quiz. And uh, if the quiz contains programming questions, do the dry run and put the answer. Don't rush. Analyze, understand, and then write down the quiz. Thank you, and we'll meet tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you, Surya.
Yeah, no problem.
So guys, so now I'm going to conduct a quiz. So I'm sharing the link. So all the best everyone. Think twice, take your time, like 1 hour. Please. So all the best. with verbal ability. So Monday we have a grand launch on verbal ability, okay? On which time? Same as 6:30 to 9 o'clock, okay? Yeah, 1 more minute. Please submit your responses. Tomorrow I'm not going to conduct any quiz, okay? Okay. So time up. So you can't able to submit now. So I'm sharing feedback link. So please mark your attendance. Meanwhile, I will show top 20 as well. Okay. I saw like more than 250 people got to 50 out of 50. So you guys are amazing. Like within 5 minutes, like you submitted your test. Great. So this is our top 20. Congratulations, guys. And for these 20 members, we are going to give gift hampers from our XLR team. Okay. I'll let you know like how many members is eligible for that. Okay. No need to worry. Okay, so I'm sending one WhatsApp link now. So please join this WhatsApp link. I will update on this. Okay. But my name is was not there in the list. Yeah, but I chosen only top 20, right? So that's why your name is not there. So maybe under this it will be. Okay, I will update how many members got gift hamper, like surprise gift hamper from our XLR. I'll let you know. Please join this group. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. I'll check. No, like most of the people are trying to join that. You can also try once again. Okay. I'm sharing it again. Yeah. So any more queries? Or else we'll wind up the session. And tomorrow I'm not going to conduct a quiz. So yeah, the group name is Skill Up Final Years Participants. Okay. Fail to get group info. So Anjali, please try it again. It will work. Ma'am, you said there is no quiz on tomorrow. Yes. Now also I'm telling the same. Tomorrow I'm not conducting any quiz. Tomorrow we have only class, okay, on programming skills. That is 10:30 to 1 p.m. Okay, fine. So I think all are done with your questions. So I'm also done from my side. If you have any queries, I'll address it, or else we'll wind up the session for the day and we'll meet on tomorrow. Okay. Yula, please try it again. No, it will work. Or else just drop message me. Okay. I will try to do that. Okay, I think no more questions. Yeah, we'll wind up it for today. Bye bye, everyone. Have a great day.